Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, today we would like to explain about teaching, assessing, and testing. The first, this is...
My name is Yudya lailiyatun.
It's me, Sansan.
And Ratna Sarthika.
And then, the first, Tika will explain about it. The first is test. Test is a method measuring person ability, knowledge, or performance a given domain. The second is assessment. Assessment is an ongoing process encompassing wider domain. Example is students' response to a question offers a comment. Teaching. Teaching, the process of carrying out certain activities that experience has shown to be effective in getting students to learn. Setting up the opportunities for learners to listen, think, take risk, set goals, and process feedback from the coach, and then recycle through the skills that they are trying to master. Assessment. There are three types of assessment. The first is informal and formal assessments. The second, formative and summative assessment. And the third is norm reference and criterion reference.
Informal and formal assessment. Informal assessments start with incidental upland, comment and responses, along with coaching and other impromptu feedback to the student. Example, nice job, good work. Formal assessment are exercise to procedure specifically designed to tap the storehouse of skill or knowledge. Formative and summative assessment. Formative, evaluating students in the process of forming their competence and skill with the goals of helping them to continue the growth process. Summative, aim to measure, to summarize what a student has grasped and typically occurs at the end of the course or unit instruction. Norm reference and criterion reference test. Each test taker scores in the relation to mean, median, standard deviation, and percentile rank. Criterion reference test. The designed to give taker feedback, usually in the form of grades on specifically course or lesson objective. Approach to language test. Discrete point and integrative test. Communicative language testing. Performance-based assessment.
Discrete point testing are constructed on the assumption that language can be broken down into its component parts and those parts can be tested successfully. Communicative language testing. Ability to use language appropriately, both receptively and productively in real situations. Performance-based assessment. Performance assessment is based on the observation, appraisal, evaluation of the activity as in the case of learners. To assess the learning outcomes of the student, observations are needed when doing so. Current issues. New views on intelligence, traditional and alternative assessment, and computer-based testing. Traditional assessment assumes knowledge has universal meaning, treats learners' learning as a passive process, separates process from product, focus on master discrete, isolated bits of information. The purpose of assumes is to document learning. Believes that cognitive abilities are spared from active and alternative abilities. Views assessment as objective, value-free, and natural. Embrace is hierarchical model of power and control. Perceives learning as an individual enterprise. Alternative assessment assumes knowledge has multiple meanings. Three process and product. Focus on inquiry assumes the purpose of assessment is to facilitate learning. Views assessment as subjective and value-laden. Embraces as a shared model of power and control. Perceives learning as a collaborative process. Computer-based testing. Computer adaptive tests or CAT. 1. A set of questions, and 2. Generally appropriate for test later level.